Okay, so we're practice teaching Sun Salutations, lunging salutations. And I'm just gonna walk us through this so that you have the language of it. Let's see if I can be all the way on camera. Okay, mountain pose. Nice. Doesn't have me at all. If you want the picture of a body, use no words. Okay, mountain pose. Arms overhead. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Right leg back, knee down. Arms overhead. Plank. Inhale and plank. Lower to the floor. Sphinx pose. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, inhale. Step forward, back knee down. Arms overhead. Step forward and fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Arms overhead. Mountain pose. Arms overhead. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Left leg back, knee down. Arms overhead, plank, inhale and plank, lower to the ground, locust pose. Downward facing dog. Left leg up, inhale, step forward, back knee down, arms overhead, step forward and fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Arms overhead. Hands to your heart. Okay, how do we feel about that? Good job. Thank you. It is always a victory to get it clear, right? So now if you want to keep going, we're going to move in. We're not going to do much more because it's still Shavasana time. So,
let me ask you one question. I assume the more we do it and sort of memorize what comes next instead of having to stop and think, oh my God, what comes next?
yes.
It gets a lot smoother.
Yes, but hey, in that, oh my God, what comes next, you're giving them time to figure it out versus rushing them through it. I'd rather they stayed in the pose longer than we're rushed through it and weren't able to move intentionally. Okay. So now we're just gonna real quick go through the Warrior 2 family so you can have it playing in your mind. Downward facing dog, please. From downward facing dog, step your right foot forward, Warrior 2. Side angle. Warrior 2. Triangle. Half moon. Warrior 2. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, step your left foot forward, Warrior 2. Side angle. Warrior 2. Triangle. Half moon. Warrior 2. Downward facing dog. halfway lift, forward bend, arms overhead, hands to your heart. Does everyone understand the concepts of what just happened there with the Warrior 2 family? So basically you could do them in any order you want. I'm just giving you a sequence. But all of that was in the Warrior 2 family where the pelvis is rotating away from the front thigh. We have Warrior 2, we have side angle, we have triangle, and we have half moon. All right?
Will you turn towards me and do a triangle, please?
Yes.
I mean, I can see your arms quite well. I guess I could move too.
I
I just want to see you
Let
front.
me do my triangle.
Yeah, do it.
Do a good triangle.
Yeah, that's all I was trying to see. Thank you. I know. I'm like a
Other
crazy
questions?
antenna, you know.
Yes, your fingers are like antennas receiving messages from up there and from down there. Okay. Questions or comments about that? All right. So let's have you say it with me. Okay, I'm gonna say it and then you say it back because we don't have time for all of you to teach it. But let's have you say the pose and do the pose.
Do the pose.
All right. Okay. So downward facing dog.
Downward facing dog.
Right foot forward, Warrior 2.
Right foot forward, Warrior 2.
Side angle.
Side angle.
Warrior 2.
Warrior 2.
Triangle.
Triangle.
Half moon. Warrior 2.
Warrior 2.
Downward facing dog.
Downward facing dog.
Left foot forward, Warrior 2.
Left foot forward, Warrior 2.
Side angle.
Side angle.
Warrior 2.
Warrior 2.
Triangle.
Triangle.
Half moon. Warrior 2.
Warrior 2.
Downward facing dog.
Downward facing dog.
Really, really nice. Good work. Okay, just to kind of balance out our bodies here, bring your knees down, step your right foot forward. Okay. Reach your arms overhead. And then arms out to the side. We're just going to do a little twist the other way because we've been twisting a lot in one way. Turn to the right. You can stay right here, or you can put your left hand outside of your knee. You can stay right here, or you can put your left elbow outside of your knee and bring your hands into prayer. 3 big breaths. One more breath. Downward facing dog. Inhale together. Exhale, knees down, step your left foot forward. Inhale, arms overhead. See how that's still the lunging stuff there? And then arms out to the side. So we're just speaking into the pattern and then we're changing the pattern a little. Inhale, and on your exhale, turn to the left. You can stay here, or you can put your right hand outside your left knee. You can stay here, or you can bring your right elbow outside of your left knee and fold your hands in prayer. 3 big breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Raise your right leg up to the sky. Bring your right knee forward, half pigeon. You can decide if you want to stay upright in half pigeon pose or if you want to come forward. So whatever feels good in your body right now. One more breath. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, inhale. Half pigeon pose. Today, the variation of your choice. Downward facing dog. Good, knees down to the ground, and we'll take Gomukhasana. Bring your right leg in front of your left leg. Take your heels apart and sit back between your heels. Feel free to use a block if you would prefer. Stay upright or a side bend, lateral flexion to the right. And if you're ever like, oh, I'm not sure, which side should I be doing it to? Just try the other side and see, does it have the same effect? What kind of effect do you want? Okay, and then come upright. You can stay upright. You could twist in this position, or you can come forward. 3 big breaths. Excellent, then we're gonna switch which leg is on top in Gomukhasana, so you're welcome to just switch if you wanted to, or you come into tabletop position, put the left leg in front of the right, and then sit back between your heels. Establish your seat, one that is steady and relaxed. If you're really striving for that here, you might not go any farther, you might just stay. Or you can add that lateral flexion over to the left. Lateral flexion is a side bend. Side bending helps to open up the psoas muscle. It helps to open up all the muscles that you can tell are lining the side of your body. It helps to open up your lats. Come all the way back up. And now you can twist, or you can fold over your legs. 3 big breaths. All the way up. Extend your legs out wide. Hands behind you at first, so you can really get into your legs here. And we're drawing the lower back up and in. Now you're welcome to stay right here if this is the right work for you. Or you can hinge forward. You might even put your forehead all the way down onto the ground. And be the joy for the rest of us. Remember the 4 keys: friendliness, compassion, delight for the person who could put their forehead on the ground, and disregard for the person who's on their cell phone versus doing the posture. Nobody's actually in the room on the cell phone, just saying. Good. Okay, together take a deep breath in, deep breath out. All right, come all the way back up, reverse plank. Bring your feet together, legs are long. We're doing a plank, but in reverse. So press down and lift up. 3 big breaths. One more breath. And then lower yourself down. Reverse tabletop. Bend your knees, feet are hip distance apart. Press down and lift up. Make the shape of a table. If you feel like you're not quite a table, but an old mattress that needs to be replaced, you I'm gonna dim the lights a little bit for you guys too. I know there's some kinds of, sometimes a little aggressive when you're on your back. Good, and then lower all the way down. Go back up, bridge pose. Now you decide, how does your body feel right now? Is bridge what you feel like doing, or do you want to do a wheel? If you'd like to do a wheel, you go ahead and do it. There's absolutely no pressure. No one cares if you do wheel right now or not. And you want to be in a state where you don't care if you do wheel or not too. Good, one more breath, and then lower all the way down. Together, inhale, and exhale. One more back bend of your choice. Bridge, wheel, you can do Viparita Dandasana if you so feel like it. The purpose of the practice is to bring balance to the body and clarity to the mind. To unify body, mind, soul. All 5 koshas. Lower down onto the ground, bring the bottoms of your feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana. Three breaths here. Bend your knees, bring the bottoms of your feet to the mat. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Supta Pada Dustasana. If you want to work with a strap or your hand here, you feel free. And if you want to just work with no strap, that's fine as well. Extend your left leg long on the ground. And now, take the right leg out to the right. When a limb moves away from the middle of your body, it's called abduction, abduction. And now bring your leg back up to center. When a limb moves towards center, that's called adduction, adding to the center. And now take the leg across your body to the left. Good, come all the way back up. Bend your right knee, place your foot on the ground. Lift your left leg up to the sky. And then decide if you want to use your strap or hand or not. Once you've tended to the left leg, extend the right leg long on the ground. The hips are doing different things right now. The raised leg is in hip flexion, and the lower, or the leg on the ground is on hip extension. Take the leg away from center, over to the left. Bring the leg back up to center, adduction. And now take the leg across your body to the right. Good, bring the leg all the way back up to center, bend the knee, place the foot on the ground. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Pull your legs into your chest as though you were doing half pigeon. And now, roll onto your left hip, half pigeon meets supine twist. Feel that right heel pressing down into the ground. Good, and then come all the way back up. Put your right foot on the ground, knee bent. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Pull your legs into your chest. This is reclined Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, reclined half pigeon. Roll onto your right hip until the left foot is on the ground. Now we're meeting that supine twist. 3 big breaths. Come back to center and set yourself up, please, for your final resting pose, Shavasana. together, take a deep breath in. Open your mouth wide. Take a moment to feel how you feel in this body right now. We'll meet in a seated position, please. And we're just going to sit upright for a minute or so. Hands to your heart center. Thank you for sharing so much of yourself with us today. May our work together be a benefit to everyone we meet and all beings everywhere. Together, that universal hum. Om. Inhale. Raise your thumbs to your brow. Together, we bow and say, Namaste. All right, really fantastic work. So exciting meeting you guys. So our next meeting is just one day of the weekend. It's November 1st, so just on Sunday. So you can have all the fun you want on Halloween and then show up on daylight savings for teacher training. You get a whole extra hour because we've all had it before. So it'll just be a 10:30 to 6. That's our day 5. And you'll get an email from me, I'd say by Tuesday, of the recap of this weekend. Again, it's just for your delight. So if you don't want to read through all of it, you don't have to. It's there for you, with all the notes for all this stuff. At the very beginning of that email, we'll have the reading for our next meeting together. Okay? Any questions on any of that stuff? Okay, so you have my phone number. You can call, you can text, you can email, you can come to class. This stuff is going to be, most of it's on the Facebook group, except for the anatomy yesterday. Wouldn't record. It wouldn't record! I know, it wouldn't record. And then if you don't want to be on Facebook, but you want the links, I have them for YouTube too, so I can send them to you too. And hopefully by next time I'll figure out how to make all of my devices cooperate. I brought another device to record the anatomy, and it was like, nope, not going to work. Not even going to take a picture.
I think it was hysterical.
It was an iPod.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it can go on Facebook if I want it to, but not when I want it to be on a live, right? So. Bye, Etsko. Have a great week. We'll be back on November 1st.